Hey everybody, it's me, Pam, Dragon Moon Creations. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try to get through a quick tutorial here. I got this idea from Pinterest and I will show you where, there it is. Sometimes it's hard to see something on, from a camera on a camera. But I got it from Pinterest. It's called Red Heart White Anniversary Card with, or Red and White Anniversary Card with Hearts. You can read it better than I can. But it also says it is for sale on an Etsy store for $6.50. It does not say the seller, but I'm not selling this. I'm making this for my own personal use. I did take a photo of my completed card and posted it there, and did you try this pin? Okay, so that's what it looks like, and that's all I'm going to do with that for now. Since you've seen that, I will show you my completed card. There. I will tell you that the card base is, I believe, a Doris card base. I've lost the paper out of it, but I had to trim it a little bit. It was not square, so I squared it up with my paper trimmer. The red paper behind is from the Park Lane pad of red paper that I just got, and on the back it is simply called Reds. Alright, and the white paper, it was just, hey, you know what? I killed a pack of white cardstock finally. I've got like just a little few pieces, but most of the items that I used to make this card you can purchase at either Walmart or Dollar Tree, except for the card bases. Now, but you can use white cardstock to make your own card base, and they sell huge packs of that at Walmart, and they sell the color box packs of cardstock at Walmart, so you could get that at Walmart. These are actually hearts that I had gotten at Walmart last year. It's called Confetti, and I got them. They were 97 cents. They are not sticky on the back, so you do have to use your own adhesive for that. The twine that I used here is from a pack of twine that I got at Dollar Tree, and that is what it said. It was the red and white twine, and that's what it said right there. It said Crafter's Square. It was in that pack with that. And let's see, and she used dots, and she inverted her dots, and I did try. I can't figure out how to flip the paper. I guess I could have flipped the paper over and used it. I never thought of that. But I did use the Doris right there. That is the die that I used. You don't have to emboss, or if you don't have the dotted embossing folder, you can use a different embossing folder. And the stamp set that I used is from Little Yellow Bicycle, and I used that one right there, that love stamp. And I did use my my Tim Holtz stamping platform to get them all nice and even. But I had gotten this stamp set, I believe it was oh my gosh, several years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I had done a Valentine paper bag swap hosted by she used to be Darla G, and I don't know, she's not even on here anymore. But I did not ink any edges, even though the Park Lane cardstock is white core. I thought, well, it's already a red and white card anyway. I haven't done anything to the inside yet, but it's white. I am going to use some of my mountains of washi tape, Valentine washi tape that I have, and that we all have. If you notice, one difference between my card and the card here is that all of her hearts are the same. I don't have a heart die that is not scalloped on the edges. So I just, and this one in the middle of mine is bigger, but I think it was a pretty good facsimile. So, alright, or copy, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, now we're going to get going. Okay, get some of this stuff out of the way. I don't put anything on my card base yet, but that is my card base already trimmed up. I do have my red cardstock trimmed. It is, I measured, it's 1/4 of an inch smaller all the way around than my card base. So you're going to have 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and when you layer this like this, that's 1/8 inch smaller if you wanted the dimensions. I won't give you the dimensions that I cut my paper to because I had to trim this off a little bit to square it up, remember? But I'm assuming it's, what is it, I'll tell you what it probably was before I had to trim it. It was a 5x7. It was a 5x7 card base. The one that she had here on hers is a 5.5 by 4.25. So it was a little bit smaller. So those hearts are way smaller than what I used. The adhesive that I used a little bit of my tape runner. At one point I used a little bit of this Cosmic Shimmer glue, which is absolutely the same as either Scotch Quick Dry or Art Glitter glue. Nobody's going to tell me any different. I know, I don't even want to argue about it. And then, of course, I used some fabric tack, which comes in a big bottle like this for $9.97. I just put it in a smaller bottle, makes it easier to handle and easier on my wrists. Okay, and I use that because my elements are slick on the back, and anytime you get a heavier element like that, it's just easier. It takes a little while, to get it to stick down because that sticks up from the string. Okay. I don't know if I should, that's going to get in my way. Alright, so I'm going to put my card base aside. I'm sorry I'm working sideways. I got my sewing machine over there, or I would turn my camera around. I need to rearrange my desk. Okay. And I actually lay this aside, the red. I'm going to be working with this. I did stamp my love. I did put the love on there before I did put it through my embossing folder. Alright, this is what we're going to do. This is what I did. Let me get my well, they had different kinds in here, and I could have used different kinds. I've got actually some foam sparklies that I used. See, these had Be Mine and XOXO on there, and I didn't want that. I already had my cinnamon on there. I could use those for something else. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use another one of these. And that's what I did. I just did this, and I'm going to use 2 more of these, and if I can go to Walmart and find some more of these, what is it called? Confetti. Confetti is also known, I guess, as table scatter. But there's 24 pieces in there for $1. So I'm going to make 2 cards exactly alike. So this is a very good beginner card. You don't have to use the embossing folders or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my twine out. I'm trying to stay in frame here. Roll me out a good bit of it, and take it around the back. And I'm going to take it up here like this. I'm going to see where these are going to get placed. Like that. Probably need to come over a little bit. So, and this is what I did on the last one. This is about the most thinking that you have to do with this one. Okay. Actually, I'm just lining it up to see where I need to glue it on the back. I'm even using my Dollar Tree Valentine pencil today. Okay, because I don't want to get too far over. I don't want to get too far over to where. Okay, let's see now. Like I said, you just got to kind of mess with it a little bit. I don't want to get too far over to where I get over into that. So I think right about the other side of that dot right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil under there, and I'm just going to go like this. And just any kind of mark under there will do. Alright, right there. And see, I've got a little mark right there. Okay. And then what I did was I took my tape runner, and I went from that mark right there all the way down. And the first time I had it so crooked I had to go back in and put some more adhesive, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And no, it doesn't really stick to your table. So, see what I got here. Kind of out of frame. Sorry. Being sideways, it's kind of tough to stay in frame. Okay, get that much more up there. All right. Kind of did a measurement. Get on that. Just kind of eyeball it all the way up the card, and then push it down onto that sticky stuff. Now this is how I did it. If you have a better way of doing it, you go for it. And then I got to take it around the front, turn it around, and see if it's even anywhere near. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, let's see if I got enough. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off some of for the top so I can tie a little bow. There's not very much stuff on here, but how many times are you going to be using it, right? I was going to use it at Christmas and didn't. So what I did was I just kind of went like that. Like that. And I didn't glue this. I didn't glue it down. I just kind of put it up like that because I used these when I glued these down. Okay. Alright. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this glue here. I don't care what kind of glue you use, you always got to do this. You get your upper body workout. So I didn't put it too near the edges, I didn't want to squish out, but I did put it pretty good down the center because that's where that string's going to go. Alrighty. There we go. I went out to shopping with my sister yesterday. We went to Sam's Club. I gotta turn this towards me like this. Make sure I get this. We went to Sam's Club because they had cat litter for a really good price, she told me. And this is the talking portion of the tutorial because, you know, I gotta wait for this stuff to dry. Really good price on cat litter, and I use Tidy Cat with the Glade in it because, you know, I have 6 cats and I go through about 20 pounds of litter every 8 to 9 days. And at Walmart it is like $8.68 or $8.78, something like that. They had it up at Sam's for 11. She said it was $11.98, but when we got up there, of course, the new year rolled over and they had to raise it by $2. But it was still going to be cheaper by, I don't know, let's just guesstimate it, cheaper by about $1.50. But you had to buy 2. It was $13.98 for 2 of them, which is a pretty good deal. So she has her cats inside. What happened with her was she brought her cats from when she moved, and she put them in the basement so they would know where their house was. You know how when you move, you don't want your cat getting lost and wondering where his neighborhood is. So she had 2 cats, and she put them in the basement. Now they don't want to leave. They she said she let them outside. You know, she thought she'd had them in the basement for a couple of weeks. She let them outside for a while. I'm just kind of going through here and measuring while I'm talking to you. She said she thought she'd let them out to see if they wanted out. She said one of them wouldn't even go outside, and the other one went outside, looked around, and as if to say, this is not my neighborhood. I have no idea where I am. I'm not staying outside. So he turned around and went back in. So now she's got her cats are inside too. She keeps them down in the basement because she has 3 dogs upstairs. But so we went and got litter. I ended up getting 2 of the 40-pound containers, so it would be a little over. That's about 80 pounds of litter. Should last me a while. And hurt my back getting one of them. She told me not to lift it. She said she said let's just take them apart. You know, just take them out. They were in a box. So she said, let's just take them apart and put them in the cart and then take the boxes up there and tell them what we did. Well, I said, I'd already been having back problems. Oh, smarty pants me. I lifted that one up there in that cart, and I said, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So took them apart, and she did the rest. And actually there was a man standing there walking through there, very nice man, and his wife, I guess, you know, older people, but, and said, do you need some help with that? And she said, well, she told him what we were doing, taking them apart so we could manage them. But that was nice that he offered to help. And so we got somebody there. You can get carry-out service. So we got somebody to help us out with it. So there I've got them lined up, kinda. And then what I did was I just I took these way too long of strings and tied those. Tied it like right there. Tied it about right there. And no two are going to look alike, and you're not going to get any of them exactly identical, especially when you're doing like me, the eyeball method. And apparently sometimes my eyes are crossed because I can't get them straight. And then I can't tie a bow. If somebody paid me $1 million, I cannot tie a bow. My last one, it got all twisted and the strings were twisted. This one might actually turn out halfway decent. And then nope, they're gonna flip and flop around too. Look at that. See how they flip and twist? Okay, I don't care. And what I did was I took this, and every now and then I go through and I push this down, because as that glue dries, you know. Okay. And what I did was I took some of this, or whatever glue you want to use, and I went in there and I just put a little bit underneath the knot to hold that down so it didn't go everywhere. So I just, okay, I'm going to just push that down. And that Cosmic Shimmer glue, it dries fairly quickly. Like I said, it's like a quick dry, or that. And I have the art glitter glue. It's good, but I expected it to have, the way people talked about it, I expected it to have a picture of Jesus on the bottle, but sorry if I offended anybody. And then I just cut these. And you can cut those as long as you want or as short as you want. And okay. And that's your card front right there. Okay, and then you got to bring it over here. Okay, I am going to use, what am I going to use for this one? I'll just go ahead since I got this one out. You can use, like I said, any kind of glue you want. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one since I got it out. If I can get it out of the bottle. Sorry this video is so long. Remember, this is one of my things that I said I wanted to do. I wanted to make a few more tutorials. Not that this is a great tutorial, but it's great for beginners, I think. I gotta stand up. I can never get anything lined up if I don't stand up. Stand up, and now the Fabri-Tac, it won't take hold real fast, but boy, the other stuff will. So kind of, my stuff is never straight, never, ever, ever straight. This card can be mailed. It's not going to have to be machined, yeah, or non-machinable. It can go through the machine. Okay, and then do that, and then make sure you got your card base the right way. See how that's going to look pretty on there? Okay. Get this glue out and get it shaken down again. I should have just turned it upside down. Alright. Like I said, this is it's a good beginner card because all of the elements are readily available. Like I said, you don't have to use an embossing folder. I did that, you know, because I have it. And you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of stamps. You can find a wooden stamp in the clearance bin or something at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or just about anywhere. They probably have Halloween. They probably have Valentine stamps at Walmart. Not my Walmart, because my Walmart sucks. But anyway, and then you just glue that down. And you can use this. You can use this. I've learned though that this is not permanent, even though it's supposed to be permanent. After a while, that stuff turns loose, and elements and stuff start falling off of your cards if you keep them. If I'll make them a year in advance or whatever. Yeah. Okay. And then that is your card. And see, it turned out just like that one did, but not exactly. Same, only not exactly, because of the measurements that you do. And see, this one doesn't have much glue on it because I used the white glue down here, the Cosmic Shimmer glue. I used that on that one, and then on this one I did different. But I think they turn out pretty cool. Now and since the insides are white, I don't have to put anything in there unless you want to put Happy Valentine's Day or whatever. But I am going to take some of the multitude of, see, this is all like Valentine, all of the multitudes of Valentine washi that I have. This one even has little hearts on it. And I've got here, this one's got hearts on it, and this one's got with love on it. And these are good for Valentine's, and this is kind of a rosy. So get your washi out. Then that's got little clouds and hearts and blue. This is just like that, tape that you just, but just get some and put down in the bottom. Like if you want to put a little decoration down in here, we'll just take this and, but no, you know what? This is the infinite ring. You could use this to get married because there's no way to get this off of there. I am looking and looking. There, I finally found it. Oh, it's like, really? Do you have to be that invisible? This is some of that old. I bet it's not going to go. Use your washi because it goes bad. Someone told me once, oh, washi goes bad. And I said, how can it go bad? It does. It goes bad. Okay. So hang on. See if I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run a little bit of this right across the bottom. And then I'm going to, if I can see where I just did that, I'm going to put this right across there. Is it straight? No, it's not straight. Okay. See, I'm trying to do it sideways. Not like you guys have never put washi on before. Okay, hang on a second. Let's see. There. Yeah. And I tore it because it looks cool that way. So then, there, you got the inside decorated a little bit. Or you can use another one of your hearts or whatever. Anyway. So like I said, Pinterest is your friend. That was the Pinterest picture. There we go. And this is what I did. How's that? Alright, everybody, that's it. Remember, Dollar Tree, Walmart, a stamp somewhere in somebody's bin, somebody's bound to have one. One of the store bins. A little twine from Dollar Tree, and go for it, alright? Well, thank you everybody for watching, and I hope some of the more seasoned crafters, I'm sure that was just boring. However, it's the talk, it's my monologue. you gotta stick with the monologue. So anyway, there you go. And I appreciate everybody watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.